Not of the things like what we have discussed yesterday and what we are. So yesterday's session we have discussed around the different phases of what are the different synonyms of agile model like Scrum methodology, extreme programming, test-driven development approach, agile development life cycle, agile software development, and pair programming. So these are the synonyms for the agile model. So we were discussing about there are six models, six phases in the agile methodology. This will be as per the experience I have kept this. So when you want to see in any books, it will not be there. But so these are the initial phases that you need to tell at the interviewer. We will be having six phases, starting with project initiation, sprint planning, daily scrum, sprint retrospective, sprint demo, and release. So let us start with the first one, project initiation. The project initiation, as I was telling you that, let me check whether the slides are, do we have that yesterday which we discussed? I think it is there. No. No, those are not there. I think that it's got removed out. Okay. So let us do the project initiation. So the project initiation is, so who will be doing the project initiation, who will get the project? As I was telling you last session, the business analyst will get, correct, the product owner will get the things what they want, like the product owner. Let me draw one more time the example. Imagine right now we have the Big Bazaar organization. So this is a store. So if you want to take the project from here to here, if you want to take the project, so imagine these are the projects which they are ready to take. So now tell me who is the person that who will get the initial project. So from here, all the set of requirements who will bring. So that means they will give the clear cut kind of stuff called a BRD document. BRD document where all the details what they need to develop, everything will be there. BRD or functional specification document or blueprint or SRS, anything we can say. So when you see BRD, this each and every document from this NSR, the person will go and gather the requirement. So that is the person who is from NSR, the product owner. So the product owner will go and get the things like what they want. The product owner will go and collect the BRD document. That is, he knows that what vision to be taken, how to get improve the each and every process related things. So how to develop the Big Bazaar application, not in the technical process. He is aware of exactly what it should be looks like. So that's where the product owner will be, correct. So he will get the requirements, he will get the things like what Big Bazaar makes the success. So the first person from NSR is the product owner who gets the requirement, who gets the things from the Big Bazaar. So when you jump onto this process, product owner will be initiating the project. Very first project who will initiate, who will go and get the project is product owner. The product owner owns the vision of what should be produced to achieve business success. He is only one person who aware that what should be what should be developed, what should be achieved for the business onto the Big Bazaar to make the success. Product owner gets the inputs from where? From the customer, from the clients. So these are the customers, these are the clients, correct?
Correct.
So these are the customers, these are the clients from where they will get the project. So that's where here each and every process will be taken from the product owner gets the input from the customer. He will gather the inputs from the customer. So that's what the product owner. So the first, now in depth, if you want to see, the product owner will go and collect the BRD document from the Big Bazaar, correct? Once he get the Big Bazaar BRD, here itself the product owner will try to review it and he will try to confirm whether whatever he get, it is a correct document or not. If he has any questions, he will try to read out there and he will try to make the physical things there. And if he have any questions, he used to ask directly to the clients, customers there itself. And once he get clarified, the product owner gets clarified, again he will come to the NSR and he will try to give the projects to the team, developers or everyone, architecture, a project manager and the testers. So that's what the process any organization will be taking care of. So when you see, these are the processes taking care of each and every process related. So that's the reason that product owner will be initiating the project, will be starting the project. That's called a project initiation. So you should tell that the project initiation will be started with the product owner. The product owner owns the vision, what should be produced to achieve the business success. Product owner gets the input from the customers or clients. Then after getting this knowledge, what he will do? See, imagine if I am the developer, if I am the product owner, I will go to the Big Bazaar and take the BRD document. Once the BRD document I have taken, I will review that. What to be taken and how it looks like, whether it has been properly added each and everything in clearly or not. I will try to review there. Once it is reviewed, again I will come back to NSR. Once I come back to NSR, what I will do? I will try to do the product and sprint backlogs. Product and sprint backlogs means, now have anyone sees that BRD how it looks like? Anyone, guys? Let me show you the BRD document if I have. Okay, so this is the SRS specification, software requirement specification. For your sake, so this is one of the dummy which is used to show you. Okay, so this is the software requirement specification. This is the requirement, guys. This is the where that SRS or BRD document looks like. When you join any organization, they will give this or the Excel. This is the PDF that they will give. What it will be contained? The purpose of the document. Document contains project scope, references, overview, description, system features, external, internal requirements. So these are the requirements, non-functional requirements. So in this way, the BRD looks like. So who reviewed this? Who added this? So who updated the version? Can anyone tell me by looking this 2010, instead of checking these dates, which is the latest document, guys? Which is the latest document among these?
So 1.1.
Absolutely, the version control. So this is one of the interview question. So imagine when you see all the documents, how you will identify that which is the latest document. So you should tell that we have the version control there. By seeing the version control, latest version control, we will identify which is the latest updated document. So this is the updated document 11.1.11. So adding the link into the home page. So they have made some changes on this. So this everything will contain here. That means So 1.0 release, 1.1 they have made modified and they released the 1.1. So this is one of the interview question, that how you will identify that which is the latest BRD document. By means of we do follow the version control with the documents. So by identifying the latest version, we will get to know the latest BRD. The same thing like test plan also, I will tell you there as well. Then the purpose of this project, it is a confidential project. Never ever send from your office mail to your Gmail this document. So be careful that you should not send your documents, office documents, to your Gmails. If you send, then it is again it's a type of your infrastructure guys will be aware of this. So when it gets blocked. I'm talking on to the MNC organizations. If you are in small organization, definitely no one will monitor there. But most probably ETL will be there in the MNC organizations itself. The process, it is a costliest tools, so that's the reason I prefer not to send the confidential documents to your Gmails. Okay, then it is like system features, what external, what exactly, what. So these are the things will be there in each and everything. It's related to company, it's related to project. Now when you see this, let me show you the requirements, how it looks like. It's not there here. It's a it's like project purpose, overview, description, product features. Okay, okay, so when you see here, user interface, external interface requirements. So here it will be described each and everything in this column, how it is described. So I will show you this. This is a BRD. They will maintain one column here. They will try to maintain each and every columns for this, and each and every column will be having the process like in table. It will be table. It is taken here like this. N number of things will be there, and it will be followed by two things. Here the product ID, here the okay, imagine there is like ID or serial number. Requirements. Okay, so like this it will be. Approval. Okay, so when you see, these are the set of requirements, how it is taken here in the requirement. The first one is requirement 1. Okay, so the first one, it will be taken as a product requirement, requirement 001. So that means hundreds will be there. So that's the reason product requirement 001. The requirement is check the login page, or create the login page with username and password. Okay, so here approve. Approved. So I'm telling on to the how the BRD document looks like. So the BRD documents looks like this, and the second requirement, they will keep some of the columns like the client or the customer able to log in the Big Bazaar page, Big Bazaar login page, Big Bazaar home page, and continue shopping. Okay. So like this it will be, and it is get approved. So by the clients. Then PR002. Can able to register the new user by entering the below mandatory text, mandatory things. First name, last name, phone number, etc. And here approve. Okay, like this, hundreds of things will be there. Hundreds. Like for example, it will be captured here and it will be taken here. This. So because of this confidentiality, it is not added here. But when you see, these are the documents. It will be each and every requirement. The product owner will check and he will get to know. Any questions here? Any questions, guys?
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, Prasad. Any questions?
Yes, sir. The question is, the same sheet has been followed by developer and tester also
It
in
is
order
not.
to check.
This is not a sheet. So I am
Okay.
giving the example that like this, the requirements will be there, and the like from this SRS document, like this, the requirement it will come to you.
Okay.
So here
Thank
it
you,
will
sir.
be attached. Because of this is confidential, I can't able to make edit here. So I'm making you to understand that this is the way that documents will be there. For your ETL also, there will be like same similar times, like source to target. There will be mapping here, and you need to create from source to target. It will load. So and it will be approved. So like this, the requirements will be coming to the you or the product owner from the clients. Now once they have seen like this, once they have seen this, then they need to write the test cases, or they need to test, they need to develop, they need to do some product visualization here, and they need to develop the applications. So that's what here each and every person need to read this requirement, irrespective of testers. Everyone should read. So that's the reason the product owner, what he will do, we will come to the back. The product owner will try to read out the what is the BRD, what is the document, what they need to develop, each and everything. Then what he will do, let us jump onto the slide now. So product or a sprint backlogs, what he will do, this set of requirements he will take as a backlog. What is the meaning of backlog? The requirement, the set of requirements to be developed, to be tested. So to be developed, this is called a backlog. A set of requirements to be developed, that is called a backlogs. Product or sprint backlogs. So when you see this, each and every requirement is one of the backlog, correct? We need to develop this requirement, we need to develop this requirement, we need to develop this requirement. Okay, let me pull out this. Each and every requirement is a product backlog here, guys. So that's where that. Okay. Now when you see each and every requirement from here, it is a product backlog. So when you see one requirement is considered as a product backlog, so that means each and every, so this is one of the product backlog. This is one of the product backlog one. Product backlog one. This is one of the product backlog two. That means backlog in the sense we need to develop this. we are considering in sequence of the product backlogs. We are telling this, boss, we are considering this as a, we need to develop. It is not developed. That's the reason we are keeping as a backlog or. So when you see product or sprint, what is the meaning of sprint? I will describe this in the second phase, sprint planning. Product backlogs or sprint backlogs. So what is a product backlog? The product backlog is constantly being revised, item added, removed, modified by the product owner. So who will do this? Addition, subtraction, addition, modification, updated. Who will do? Product owner. To maximize the business success of the team efforts. Imagine now, once this is defined in the BRD document, and this document, whatever it is there, it is not clear. What the product owner can able to do? Product owner can modify this, can update this, or imagine this requirement comes to the NSR, and in this organization, the architecture or everyone will review it or analyze it, and they will say that, yeah, we need to modify these changes here. So what the product owner will do? Will try to modify here in this requirement, and he will try to imagine here first name, last name is there. So if you see US folks, there is no middle name. So the product, what the architecture and product owner, they will try to add the requirement. Add the requirement in the sense he will try to make it out the, there will be like middle name. That means what he has done, the product owner, he added. So that's where here the product owner constantly being revised. Every time he is reviewing this requirement documents, and he will be add, he will unwanted, he will remove, and if anything modification he need to do, he will modify by the product owner to maximize. Why he is adding, removing? To make the business, to make the requirement very clear to the developers and testers. So that's where he will make the changes onto the backlog items or product backlog items or a requirements, we can say. Yeah. Any questions onto the product initiation? That means first, who will initiate the project? The product owner will initiate. He will get to know that he is a person that who knows each and every business. Then second one is product sprint backlogs. Each and every requirement he will try to prioritize this, and he will try to make the addition, removing onto the requirements to make the business success. So that's what the initiation will be done by the product owner. Then second one, here sprint planning. What is the meaning of sprint? Sprint means the team works for a fixed period of time is called sprint. The team is working for a fixed period of time. One fixed period of time, they will 10 days. That is one fixed. 5 days, it is one fixed. 2 weeks, it is one fixed period of time which is going to work. That sprint might not be a month's, remember, 1 month sprint. No, never ever you can able to see. It's a fixed 1 week, 2 weeks, 10 days. Like this, the fixed period of time it will be there, called a sprint. This is one of the interview question. Can you define what is a sprint in agile methodology? The team works for a fixed period of time is called sprint. Team means who are the team? Developers, testers, everyone, architecture, everyone will be database guy, everyone will be working with this team. That is, they will work on to the fixed period of time, like 1 week. So normally in real time, sprints are typically between sprints. When you talk on the sprints are typically between 1 to 4 weeks in length. Weeks. How many working days per week? 5 days. So that means 1 to 4 weeks. 4 weeks in the sense it will go for 5. Normally 20 days it will go.
20 days.
Yeah, 20 working days it will go in a length. Maximum it is, I am telling. But some people recommended starting Scrum for 2 weeks. I will tell you that I have experience around 12 plus years of experience I do have. But I have never ever seen that 4 weeks of sprint. I have seen maximum 2 weeks. Are you getting? So why I am telling my experience is you should get your things and you should prepare the same things. Okay, you also never ever seen it's a sprint of 4 weeks. You should also remember that your project you are doing on to the 2 weeks of sprint. So some people recommended starting sprint with the 2 weeks. You need to tell that my project, my sprint has been only 2 weeks, that is 10 working days. Team and product owner decides the sprint length in advance. Who will decide this, product owner or project manager? No, the team and the product owner decides the sprint length in advance. Are you getting this right? What is the meaning of sprint, and how many long times, how many days the sprint should go, and who will decide the how many days the sprint should be? So these are the things that you should aware. So sprint planning contains the sprint. What is a sprint and who will do this planning? Then sprint planning meeting. So once you decided that the sprint contains 10 days, 10 days of work will be delivered to the sprint. So what is the meaning of here? We will be working for 10 days or 2 weeks. Until 2 weeks, we will be working, we will be developing, we will be testing, we will do all things. After 10 days, whatever the code is there, whatever we tested, that should be delivered to the customer. Delivered in the sense, whatever we developed the application, that application should be developed, should be delivered. Delivered means giving this code to the use of the clients. That's called a sprint. Now when you see compared to waterfall model, it means a project completed, not the complete project, it's a few modules. Imagine from this requirement I have taken this first one to create this complete home page. It got developed, only I will give this module for them, but it is no use of them, but still we will provide them to see the project. That means this week 10 days whatever I worked, they can able to see. That is the scope in the agile model. That's where the customers liking the agile, so they can see the within 10 days the productivity what we have done. It's not like 3 months we are developing, no one is, the client is not able to see. So then at last we are not able to develop the complete application. It will be, he will feel that okay, after that we will gonna extend this, it is meaningless. So that's the reason that in this agile methodology, every sprint, every 10 days, a small part of the, so not project, a small part of the module will be delivered to the clients. I'm assuming that you understood. Okay, now we will move on to the sprint planning meeting. Before each sprint, the team selects what it will commit to deliver by end of the sprint. So now 10 days of we have taken. Now we will consider one meeting called sprint planning meeting. Who will raise this meeting? Who will conduct this meeting? Now very important, like product owner will conduct this sprint planning meeting. He will try to invite all the developers, testers, architecture, everyone in a meeting room, and he will try to discuss, each and every clarity, each and every product backlog items. He will try to give the enlighten of each and every product requirement. So he will try to gather everyone and he will try to explain this. The first requirement is we need to develop a login page, username, password, and the customer is able to log in successfully into this shopping. So that's what he will try to explain the product. What this meeting contain. Before each sprint we consider 10 days. The sprint selects what it need to be commit due to delivery by the end of the sprint. So in this meeting we will try to decide what in these 10 days we need to develop, starting from top of the product backlogs. So now each and every sprint before starts, they will the product owner and everyone will try to decide how many products, how many requirements, how many PRB we need to take, how many requirements we need to take for 10 days. Imagine hundreds of requirements are there for the application or any requirement, but we need to consider how many we can deliver within 10 days. That's what we need to select from this BRD document, from these backlog items. Try to understand from the backlog items. We need to try to understand that each and every requirement, how what we can deliver. It's delivered in the sense not from your end, testing, not from development end, both together. Together we need to decide how much we can deliver. That's what here. So before each sprint starts, the team selects it will be commit to deliver the end of the sprint for 10 days. How many requirements you can deliver, we should be pointing this. We should be, before starting any sprint, we should decide this. That's what we can make it out. Now sprint planning meeting. So when you see, if once the product backlog item from top to bottom, if we decided 5 set of requirements we are taking for this particular 10 days, we are ready to develop, we are ready to test. If we decide this, then that decision will be happened into the sprint planning meeting. So now imagine how the real time it will be. So how the real time people will be doing this. So they will imagine this is a meeting room. Okay, let me shout out this. Okay, imagine this is a meeting room. Okay, and here the product owner will be there. And here everyone in a team, like developers, testers, then architecture, then database, then support guy, okay, then environment, everyone. But this is not mandatory. The mandatory people are these 4 persons. Now imagine 3 developers are there, 3 developers will be there. Imagine 3 testers are there, 3 testers will be there. 1 architecture will be there, and 1 support guy. Imagine he want to attend, 1 support guy will be there, and 1 database guy. So when you see 6, 7, 8, 9 persons with the product owner, 10 persons in a room. So this is a meeting room. Which type of meeting room is this?
Sprint.
Anyone?
Sprint meeting.
Sprint planning meeting.
Yeah, sprint planning meeting. So when you see, this is one of the sprint planning meeting. In this meeting, the product owner will try to open this product backlog item, and he will try to explain each and everything that what they need to develop. He will read this. The first product backlog item is, we need to create this, and we need to use this in the shopping for continuing this login page. And then he will ask, any questions do you have? The product owner will ask to the team, any questions do you have? Mainly to whom? Mainly which persons can ask the questions? Developers or testers, or who will ask? Imagine I am a developer. I have a question. If I ask this question, so I will ask the question in such a way that the code should be written in the which layer, whether I need to write the physical layer, or I need to refer the middle layer and refer to the last layer, database layer, or how I need to refer my code. So when developer is asking this question is not at the business level, it is on to the technical level, correct? Who will answer this question?
Architect.
Absolutely. Architect will already done his homework, and he will try to answer this question if it is a technical point of view. Now imagine you will be getting a question, sir, developers, they will ask on development process, sir, what about we? Why we called there? What type of questions we can ask? So you need to think that how I can test this application. The first thing is what they are telling, login into the username password. So the question that you can ask, anyone can ask the question in this requirement? Anyone, guys? So that I'm checking that whether you are getting the requirement. Imagine, leave it, let me tell. So Yeah, tell me.
Are there any constraints we need to follow for password?
Any constraints? Yes, that is one. But first of all, you will be asking that constraints will be considered into the it's a next requirement might be. For this question, they are telling create a login. So how to test this? Sir, you can ask to the product owner who will provide the username password. Is it a developer is giving to provide, or in this particular requirement, or can able to test? We have the rights to ask in this sprint planning meeting. If we ask in this meeting, the answer who will provide here? The answer will be provided by the a product owner with the help of a developer. The developer will ask to the product owner and he will say that he will give the answer. The developer will give a dummy username password to test. So the answers on the fly we will get. Are you getting right? These are the things. Once we are clear with this, what we need to develop, what we need to test, then the product owner will jump onto the second requirement. Until unless if we get clear, he will not move to the next requirement. Like this, whatever we committed to take onto the particular sprint, we will be reviewing, we will be planning those requirements into the sprint planning meeting. Any questions here, guys? Until the second phase, the team creates a task breakdown for how we will be delivered. Now imagine all the we have taken for the 10 days different two different product backlogs. Now once we decided what we need to develop, what we need to test, then we need to develop a task breakdown. Task breakdown, what is the meaning of task level plan? Whatever the, if I want to test this, what are the tasks that I need to, how many, it clearly tells the how many hours it will take you for testing. That's the meaning here. Task breakdown. You need to prepare a task breakdown for this requirements. How? Let me show you this. Yes. So when you see this heading, the top testing task D38. What is the 38 means? D38 means deployment 38, development 38. That is 38th development from 1 to 2, 3, 4 from 38th. And sprint 3. Sprint 3 is starting from sprint 1, 10 days, 2, 10 days, 3, third sprint. This is the project 30th date, third sprint. Now when you see, so the template, how it looks like for breaking down the task is priority, story, product backlog item, story name. Now once you understand what you need to develop, the product backlog item will be considered as a story. Are you getting? Now this is one story. Once you identified that what you need to develop, it is called one story. That is called story. When you see the story, or instrumental display communication code to the be added into the page 1. This is a home page which they are adding one link. Okay, so that's what here it is one story name. Task 1, task 2. Expertise, testing task are this, development task are this. Developers will give development task, testing guys you need to give your task. Are you getting right? And you need to explicit how many hours it will take for you to use this. Once you got the once you are efficient on getting to know the task name and the hours, and you need to tell who will be assigned among 3 testers who will be try to own this particular story, who will try to do everything for this story, then estimated hours. Yeah, any questions here, guys? So like imagine now this is one story. Let me come and see the second story. This is the third story. This is the fourth requirement, fifth requirement, product backlog. Like this, how many we have prioritized, that many will be there. Now This is one of the interview question. 2 interview questions I will tell you. Can you tell me how you will be estimating the task breakdown? The first question. The second question, can you tell me some of the task names that you have breakdown? First answer is, we have a task breakdown template, we have a task breakdown sheet. We will be estimating each and every task in this sheet. Now the content in the task breakdown is priority, story, product backlog item, story name, task, then expertise, task name, hours assigned to, and sprint task name and estimated. So this is the assigned. This is a template we will be following for assigning the task. Now what second question answer, what are the task name? The first one is creating the test scenarios. We will be creating the test scenarios for this particular story. The first one, for this, create a login. For this we need to create the test case. So that's what, for this 5 hours. I think this is 5 hours. Then second one, test case creation, detailed test case. I will tell you guys, no worries, what is the difference between these two, I will tell you, but try to understand this. These are the levels, these are the tasks that any requirement you need to break down. 5 hours. Then test case peer review. I will tell you at the time of test cases. Now try to understand in very high level. At the next level, when we are moving in the test case STLC, at that time I will tell you each and everything. So for this 1 hour, test data creation 5 hours or 3 hours, whatever it is. Test execution 5 hours, whatever you have written the test cases you need to. Product owner demo. So whatever you tested, you should give demo to the product owner. So that's where here total for us is how many hours? 23 hours. Who will be owning this? Harish. Harish is the person that who owns this. The same thing developer also will be try to add the things like what he can do. So, and he will mention the hours here. Any questions here, guys? This is the task breakdown. So that's where here in this sprint planning meeting, once we get to know, we need to create a task level plan, how they will be delivered, how many hours it will take for us to deliver. Any questions, guys, here? We have completed the project initiation, sprint planning. Now we will move to the, yeah, now
Who will provide this
sorry?
breakdown sheet? Who will provide this breakdown sheet?
Sorry, one second. Yeah, can you tell once again? It's not audible.
No, sir. Who will provide this breakdown sheet? Or team will prepare, or somebody will provide it? Task
That
breakdown.
will, yeah, I will tell you that. So this will be provided by the third person Scrum Master. Still his name was not came. That's the reason this I have not told who will monitor this. Okay. So this will be not created by myself. I will be creating tester, but it will be given by the agile methodology called a process called the third person will be there called Scrum Master. That will be taken into the daily here. So I will tell you this. So the answer for here is, who will monitor this, who will try to keep this sheet, and they will try to monitor how what is the use of this hours which we are making. I will tell you this. So be patient, so that in next step, next methodology, these are helpful here. But to complete this story, what are the tasks and how many hours we need to, we as a team, 3 persons, 3 developers, 3 testers need to decide this. Once you decided, then this meeting, this sprint planning meeting is completed. Once you return this task breakdown, you are complete, you are done with the sprint planning meeting. The third phase will start. Once you committed for this particular 10 days, we will be delivering this 5 particular stories, whatever we estimated. So that means it is done. Now, how they will decide remember these two questions, how they decide that how many stories to be picked? Why 5 only? Why not 6 stories they can use? Why not? Why they want only 5? Why not they can use 4? Keep this question with you. I will tell you this answer. The second one. This is one question. The second question is which you need to ask or in the coming up. So after the sprint planning meeting, on the next day, sprint 1, the first day of the sprint is going to start. Remember, on the first day after the sprint planning meeting, immediately on the next day, your daily your work need to be get started. In this work, there will be, okay, before that let me give some clarity here. So in this sprint planning meeting, every one person, every one developer or tester need to work 5 hours. 5 hours for this project. Can anyone tell me how many hours for us to work in a company?
8 hours.
8 hours. Or
8
some
hours.
9 hours. Wipro, Accenture 9 hours, and some with maximum 9 hours they will take. So when you see the remaining 3 to 4 hours, for what reason we need to, as I was telling you that for this project, when agile methodology is considered, you should be utilizing this 5 hours. One day, 5 hours your work should be proactively, you should involve into this project. That means in agile, it will be considering 5 hours for you. Now, when you see these 5 hours of work, each and every day, if one person is there, he need to work for 5 hours. 5 hours, even though he need to come to the office and working for 8 hours, but for this project, he need to proactively involved, and it is considering only 5 hours to be considered. Now, each person is taking 5 hours. 5 hours into 3 testers. Correct? How many? Per day, 15 hours we will be we have the testing capacity. The same as developer also 15 hours. Throughout a sprint, throughout one sprint, how many hours we have?
15.
150
Absolutely.
or 10 days.
15 into 10. 15 into one sprint contains 10 days. 15 into 10, that is 150 hours. 150 hours we have. Our testing capacity is 150 hours, correct? The same as development capacity also 150 hours. Now let us jump on to the one more thing. We have 150 hours for this. Okay, let us consider a table. Okay, we have for this a set of let me take the product backlog: story 1, story 2, story 3. Okay, 5 stories are there. Okay, let it story story 1, story 2. That is the requirement, guys. Story 3, once you understood that what we need to deliver, that is termed as story. Once you don't know that what it will be there, it is called backlog. Remember these names: story 4, story 5. Okay, once you are aware of story 5, now how many hours the first story is there for testing? 23 hours, correct? That is for testers 23 estimated. Remember, testing 23. The same thing, imagine for this 36. Might be some other gets added. Okay, let me check the third one. Okay, when you see here testing, how many hours it is there? Only 11 hours. That means the scope is very limited here. It's only switch on, config change and test, config off and change. Like for example, if May 1st there is one offer in Flipkart, so how they will make a config entry, database entry? If the database entry is 1, the promotion gets appeared. If it is 0, it will not appear. That's where the changes will be. On the midnight of the 31st night, they will be making as 1 in the database configuration, and all the promotions will be appeared into the website. That's where, for this reason, we are developing a test case here. Are you getting right? So this is the way that for this, imagine for this test case, it's a very less. So we have 11 test cases, and for this story 1, so we have around 40 test cases. Imagine. Okay, and for this story 5, we will be having around imagine 30 hours, estimated hours, and imagine S6 also is there. Okay, for this we will be having around again 26 hours. Okay, imagine we have seen this many stories. Now I will tell you the question 1. How many stories we need to take for particular sprint? So when you try to calculate this, 23 plus 36, 59, correct? 59 plus 11, how much guys? 70, correct? 70 plus 40,
110.
110. 110 plus 30,
140.
140.
140. Now 140 plus 26,
160.
166. But estimated hours is, testers have estimated hours how many?
150.
Absolutely. Only we have 150 hours. So if we have only 150 hours, if we are crossing the estimated hours, we will stop here only. We will not take this story. So this is where that how particular stories will be taken in a sprint. I will tell you who will do this calculation, everything I will tell you. Now try to understand what is the meaning here. So in the task breakdown, whatever we are making, it's not like whatever we want we are making. It's like each and every scope, each and every hours is taken in the sprint planning meetings. Now let us move to the third one called a. Now once you decided this many you need to take and this many you need to prepare. Now the second level is called a daily scrum. Now once you decided what you need to deliver, what you need to work, on the second day, daily stand-up meeting will be there. In this meeting, each day.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have one question. So in the task breakdown, there was one column estimate effort. So what is the difference between the estimate effort and hours?
See, this is the hours which we are making. Okay. So for this sprint name, we are making this. This both are same actually to speak. This we are giving. This we are printing that the how many hours. It is like for this hours, for this particular task, this many hours are there. But estimated hours means this is confirmed by all the team members. This is individual by Harish, he is confirming, and estimated effort is confirmed for this particular sprint. That is the meaning. Okay, both are same, but it is confirmed. That is the meaning here is estimated efforts from Harish is confirmed. That is the meaning here. And it is the individual hours which you imagine. You have given 5 hours, but it got to know that some people has been told, some other developer or some other tester or the scrum master will tell that, "Oh, why this many hours, why can't you make 4 hours?" Like this it will be decided as 4 estimated. At that time Harish again he need to change it as a 4. Yeah. Okay, let us move to that. Now once you decided,
Manoj, mute your mic.
sorry,
Sir Manoj, mute your mic.
you want me to mute the mic?
No, sir. Okay. Somebody was unmuted, so I was.
Oh, okay, not okay. So when you see this, so these are the things that it is done. So once you got to know what you need to develop, what you need to test, then the next phase starts. That is called daily. So it has many interview questions, guys. So if you, how you will be communicating what you have delivered, the first question. How you will be communicating what you have delivered is the first question, and the second question is, if you need any clarification, which forum you gonna ask? The second question is this. And the third question, if you need any clarification onto the requirement, in which forum you will be going to ask? 3 questions are there to ask by the interviewer. The answer is daily scrum meeting. We will call it as a daily stand-up meeting as well. So each day the team has a short meeting to update each other on process and surface blocker. So that means each person has considered a time in a meeting. That's called a short time of meeting will be there for us. So that is called a daily stand-up meeting. They stand up, it keeps it fast. So it's not like we need to tell it's stories. It should be very short enough that what we have the questions. So that's what we need to tell in this short time of thing that we will be discussing. To keep the meeting less than 15 minutes, everyone reports 3 things. Everyone, irrespective of developer, tester, you guys need to tell 3 things. Now the question here again, who will monitor, who will raise this meeting, stand-up meeting? I will tell you this answer as well. So what are these 3 things that we need to mention? What did you do yesterday? What will you do today? Are there any obstacles or blockers or impediments you have? Try to understand this. This is one of the meeting where you need to tell 3 things. What you have done yesterday, what you are going to do today. That is any blockers you have, any obstacles, any impediments you have. So these are the 3 things you need to answer. Imagine there are a developer and tester. If I am a tester, on the first day, what I will be answering? Yesterday I was attending the sprint planning meeting and estimated the task for that. So that's what I done yesterday. Today I am picking one of the tasks and I will be writing the test cases. So if you see the task first level, creating the test cases, right? So that's what I was telling. Today I will be working on to this story name I can say, and I am working on to the task and creating the test cases. Have you understood, right? And today I don't have any blockers. Today is the first day, so I don't have any blockers. Is it clarified? It is clear. Like this, every 3 testers will tell their own story, their own thing, and they will wind up. The same thing developer also. On the second day, imagine how I need to tell. What did I, on the second day, how I am telling as a tester is, yesterday I completed the creating the test cases. Today I will most probably write the detailed test case and try to complete the peer review as well. And till now I don't have any obstacles. I will tell in that one line of sentence and I will close. So this is the very important. If developer is there, so yesterday I tried to write the code, I written the code, and today I will check in the code. When I was checking the code, the environment was refusing me. The environment was refusing me, not able to check in. So this is my impediment or blocker. He will tell this. Now whatever he is trying to deploy the code, it is not deploying in the environment, test environment. That's what he has raised a blocker, the developer. So who will work this? if any blockers, any such blockers are there, there is one person called Scrum Master. Scrum Master is a person who removes any impediment or blockers that has a team in their work to achieve the sprint goal. Normally in waterfall model, there is no person to make the to monitor the things or to make the, if you are blocked with someone, there is no person. You need to work out from your end. But in agile methodology, there is a scrum master. If you have any blocker, that this person will be working with this environment team and he will try to resolve this. So that's the reason, if you have any impediment or blockers, so scrum master is the person that to try to solve this to achieve the goals from your end. Without a scrum master, the team has a high risk of failure. Why? Some persons will be there who will do slow their work. At that time, the scrum master has the authority to go and ask, are you doing any work? If you don't have any work, pick the task and start working. So this is the person, each and every scrum stand-up meeting, he gonna ask. He has the authority. So that's why the high risk of failure. Why? Manages the sprint product burn down charts. What is the burn down chart? I will tell you this. What is the burn down chart? This is very, very important, guys. So imagine, for that reason I was about to tell this. Imagine yesterday we have estimated the sprint planning meeting, and today imagine April 28, April 29, okay, and this is 30. This is the 38th month, right? Or 31st?
30th.
Yeah.
Correct. So this is the first of May. So 10 days means how many? Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. So total 10 days. Yes. So that is 7th May. We should complete this sprint. So this is one sprint. Correct. This is one sprint. Sprint 1. Imagine this is sprint 3, right? Anyway, okay. So imagine this is sprint 3. Okay. For this each and every sprint, we need to complete this the process here. Okay. So these are the sprints. 10 days. Imagine now what is a burn down. Now here we are using Excel sheet, but some projects they will be using the dashboard. Kanban reports, Kanban dashboards are there. So their dashboards, the same thing is what we are doing here, it will be reduced there, the time. So now when you see here, burning down the hours, that is called burn down chart. Burning down the hours. So manages the sprint. That means each and every person is working or not, that by seeing the burning chart, he will try to monitor. If I am the scrum master, I will try to monitor whether Harish is working or not. How? I will tell you. On the first day, what he told, he will be writing the test cases, correct? And what he was telling, that 5 hours is there for writing the test cases, and he will be writing the 5 hours for. And second day, once he comes, he will be. So whether he has done his work or not, how the scrum master is monitoring, he will monitor in the burn down chart. So what each and every person in a sprint, they need to come here and they need to burn in the sense, they need to reduce the hours, how many they have worked for their day. How many hours I told each person need to work? 5 hours, correct? Now for these 5 hours, on the first day, he has burned 5 hours to 0 hours. That is 5 hours he had worked for this particular test case. Now how many hours are remaining? 0 hours. Then this remains the same. This remains okay. I am the only the tester, right? This remains the same. Okay, try to understand. This remains the same. Now, on the second day, I will be working for this test case creation. So for this, if I work, it will become 0. I am burning down this. This will be 0 again. If I am the Scrum Master, I will try to monitor each and every day whether the burn down chart is correctly utilized by the Harish or not. I will check how much piece of work is still remaining here. When once I will come here and make the addition of this, 13 hours of work is remaining. Are you getting this? This is the burn down chart, burning of hours each and every day. The person, you as an individual contributor for a testing, you need to burn down for each and every day. So that is for again here on the third day 5 hours you need to burn. Peer review you have marked as 0. How many hours are there still? 4 hours. You can mark it as 1 hour and 4 hours you have completed. Any questions here, guys? And the remaining 5 hours and remaining 2 hours. Whatever you have estimated, it will be. On the third day, again 0 hours, and this will be same 0 0. And here 5 hours you are worked for this first May 1st. So 0 hours, and here 1 hour is remaining. Correct? Then here 2 hours. On the then 2 hours. On the fifth day of the sprint, on the 2nd of May, you have completed all the tasks. So now your story is done. Are you getting this right? This is the burn down, burning of your estimated hours on the particular task. So you individually you need to burn. And who will monitor this? A Scrum Master will be monitoring this, a burn down chart. He will prepare a graph there. He will prepare a diagram, pie chart, and he will do projection to the management. And he will send to the clients also that this many we have completed, so that it is good enough. And Scrum Master is a manager? No. He is only the product. He is only managing the sprint and the deliverable. That's the reason. So the interview question, he is a manager? No, he is not a manager. Any questions on to the agile methodology, on to the daily scrum or stand-up meeting, or who will have the blockers, who will take these blockers and who will stop this? The Scrum Master is the person what he owns. Now after the 10th day, after 10 days whatever they have committed, they need to deliver. 10th day is done, and 11th day it should go to the client, the code, and he can able to access at least the home page. Now the question, sir, is it only one page is helpful for him? No. That is the reason that 2-3 stories, 2-3 sprints they will try to go for the production. So either ways, one sprint whatever it is there, we can deliver that and try and tell to the client, can you please check this, we have delivered till now. But it will not help to the client, but he can monitor whether the team has working or not. Correct? And it gives the positive approach towards the NSR by the client. So that's the reason that this delivery will be happening. Who is the Scrum Master if not a manager? Scrum Master is like, as you are tester, he is also a part in the team. Scrum Master is one of the person. Or I will tell you how we were working at that. I was the Scrum Master for my project, and parallelly I was working for the individual thing also. So that's what, if you are the eligible person, if you have the confidence onto the domain expert, if you are the architect, if you have the capability of each and everything to get capture, and you have 7 years of experience or 8 years of experience, you can also become the Scrum Master. You can act as a Scrum Master. but just you should be aware of the concepts and things, how to carry forward and how you need to talk with them. When you know the process, you also can become the Scrum Master. Are you getting right? Absolutely. 5 hours he has given, right, for the Harish. Harish need to complete within what 5 hours is there for him. 8 out of 8 working hours, 5 hours aram se he will do, or otherwise he has not done his work. Correct. He came to office, but 5 hours if he has not done, the question will come with the Scrum Master. Why you have not done? Then again the Scrum Master will go and complain on to the project manager. Boss, your whatever you given the person, test engineer, he is not doing his work.
Okay, sir.
Sir, if we complete his work within one day itself, can he start the next sprint?
Not sprint, next task.
Story.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, he can go. But again the question will come to you only. Why Harish, why you have completed, you have not estimated the correct thing, correct? It will come the question to him. He try to answer that, then he can go. But normally if you or someone is there, if he will start the next task, but he will not burn there. Tomorrow, once he completed the task, he will burn. So that's the reason there is advantage and disadvantages also in Agile. So plenty of work will be there, or a plenty if the task he is not able to complete, again a question will come. That's the reason he will try to complete the task within the time. Okay, if any dependency is there, if he is not able to complete, then again the question will come. That's the reason he will try to run on to the work. Okay, I'm feeling that you got to know daily Scrum. Once the 10th day is done, a sprint retrospective will be there. The retrospective after. Sorry.
Sorry to interrupt. I have one question. If the developer he is having 10 days of time, so for to create the login page only, so he will take on the 2 days. Okay. So then what we for after creating his the test login page only, then we are next our role is there, no, to test the that page. Those 2 days, then how we are going to utilize, and it means how we have to use those 5 hours per day.
Yeah, absolutely. So good question. What his question is, I don't know the name. J he has mentioned. The J question is, so whatever, imagine now he is creating the test cases. So he has created the test cases up to here, and still those are pending. So imagine now still the developer has not developed this application to a test executor. This at that time we don't have any task to burn here. Now it's not like we are taking Harish is owning only this story. Harish is owning some other story, some different name. Why means it's not 2, 3. What I was telling, some other story will be there who is assigned to him. Imagine 3 testers are there, which I told. Harish is owning this, and Kumar is, imagine Krishna is owning this, Ashok is owning this. Now, if this is under testing, if he has the developer still, this story is development. So the 3rd day he can write the test cases for this to Harish. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Harish will write the test cases for this story. If Krishna is done and his story is not developer, still he is working. So at that time Krishna will use this story. Have you understood, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. In that way they need to burn down 5 hours. If imagine if Krishna has completed this on the 6th day, 7th day, it got released. Krishna has got this build from the developer. He will test this. And this is pending. And this also got built same day. The Harish can try to execute the test cases from here. Have you got? It's not like unique. only one person should own. It might be a different person also. This task will is owning. Let me tell you, this task is Krishna Harish, and this task might take Krishna also. Just assigned to, it gets changed.
Okay.
Yeah, fine, right? Have you got this answer?
Yes, sir. But if the later case, so as you told the Scrum Master, if you are not utilize the proper 5 hours, then it will be for for Harish, for at the end of the days, then the story will completed within the 8 days. Then and he is not having the chance to complete other task also. Okay, it means that it is what I am telling is the project is coming to be completed now. So then what the Scrum Master what will be going to question him?
No, see what, how many stories we have taken. It's like 150 hours story we have taken. 150 hours. That means no question that the 150 has been 100%. It will be utilized by the testers itself. Okay, so 150 hours correctly. That so if I am the Scrum Master, I will take 10 hours extra as well. 10 hours extra story also I will get added to this sprint. Because if anything got missed out, or any person has been completed apart from 5 hours, it is there, and he completed within 3 hours, so that person can take the other story as well. Yeah, okay, in that way it is taken care of. Imagine now he is still developing. This Kumar is developing, and on the 9th day also I have not executed the test case. 9th day, imagine 9th day also it is still 5. 5 hours is there, 5 hours, 5 hours, 5 hours. On the 9th day also 5 hours is there. What you will do at that time? This is also one question you can ask.
Yes.
5 is there. Now here on the 10th day 7 hours are remaining. Now in this case how it will be taken? Now it is 5 hours only. Imagine on the 10th day also he has not given bill to you test. Correct? This situation is the interview question. On the 10th day, if you have not released any developer has not released anything, what you gonna do? Not you. Now it will checked by the Scrum Master. Now Scrum Master is the person that who will take care of this. He will carry forward this story. He will take this story to the next sprint, and he will try to take these 2 tasks also to the next sprint. Have you got right? Yeah, fine. So let us jump on to the next, retrospective. The retrospective is nothing but once you completed this 10 days in a sprint, then on the 11th day every team member will sit and they will try to answer 3 things. Who will schedule this sprint retrospective? The Scrum Master. Who will organize this? Who will try to track this each and everything? A Scrum Master. Why? He is the owner of this sprint. So the retrospective includes 3 main question points for the discussion. Each and everything he will track. The first question is what went well during the sprint life cycle. Among the 10 days, what we are good enough. That is one. Second question, what went wrong during the sprint? Any bad happened onto the 10 days? Third question, what could we do differently to improve whatever it happened bad? How we can avoid this? These are the 3 questions that in the sprint retrospective it is asked by the Scrum Master to the team. Imagine, I will try to give answers, questions and answers. If I am the individual tester, the first answer what I can do is what went well during the sprint life cycle. So I will try to tell him when I was expecting a build from the developer, I have not received. Because of that, I have not. Sorry, what went well, right? What went well during the sprint cycle? Whatever we have committed, the stories for a sprint, we have achieved that. Correct? 5 stories we have committed and 5 stories we delivered. It makes sense? And the second one, what went wrong during the sprint cycle? We were expecting the build, but the build has not came. At the proper time, the developer has not given the code to test. This is wrong happened, and because of this, on the last day of the sprint, I stretch myself for a late night to get completion of the task. Are you getting this right? So this is the wrong happened. He has stretched himself on the late night to get completion of this. So this is where he done a stretch. That is wrong. It is. What could we do better? Who will give the solution? Scrum Master, or you can also give the solution. Better if we get before last day, before one day, on the 9th day, if we get all the whatever we committed, it should get delivered. The code should be delivered to us for a testers, so that we can test. Have you got these answers right? Anything you can think and you can answer.
And what was the first answer? What went
First,
well?
what went well? Whatever we committed the stories for a sprint, we delivered. Yeah,
Okay.
that is one success. What went well? If we need help from the developers, at proper time, I got help from by getting the data, test data. I got help from the developer. So these are the two went well during the sprint. What went wrong during the sprint cycle? Whatever we committed, whatever we have, the developer has not given the build in a proper time. Because of this, I had stretched my time on the late night and completed the task. So what will be the difference to improve? Within 1 day before the sprint get completes, all the stories should get deployed. Okay, so these are the 3 different sprint retrospectives will be taken. Why this is sprint retrospective? These mistakes will not taken on to the next sprint. That is the reason sprint retrospective is taken care of. Now, next one. What is sprint demo? The sprint demo is a presentation is given to stockholders or a client. The Scrum team will be involved in a sprint demo. So when you see the presentation, whatever you are the tester, whatever you have this code, whatever you have tested, you need to project it in front of the product owner. That is called a sprint demo. A tester focus on the acceptance criteria, prepare a demo and keep it in short. So whatever you have prepared a demo, whatever you have done testing, you should show that to the client. What acceptance criteria is this? What is the requirement and what is the solution? That's all. How you tested, what you have done, no need of writing that. No need of telling him. Just tell him what is the requirement and what is the output. That's called a sprint demo. And release, delivery a project in a live production, customer facing. Now for the 10 days, whatever you develop, it can be given to the production team, it can be given to the clients, or 2, 3, 4, you can collaborate the sprints. After 3 sprints, you can give this to the development team. You can give this to the client or customers. So this is optional. Release. If they want, they can, but they can't able to make it out if it is a new project. If it is an enhanced project, absolutely they can make it. So this is one of the process. I think that you got a bit of things. Let me tell you here. You will get clear picture by seeing this slide cycle. So Agile Project Management Scrum. When you see this, from here it's gonna start. All the set of requirements, prioritized requirements and features of the backlogs. So when you see each and every are the backlogs here, whatever the features are there, whatever the backlog items are there, it is considered here, and as per the prioritized iterative scope. So as was the, which is the first requirement to be developed, which is the second requirement, third develop from the product backlog, it is prioritized and iterated and taken in a scope, and it is taken into the sprint planning meeting, and we will discuss this, what we need to develop here in each and every requirement of the product backlog, and how to test, how to develop. Once we got to know the task breakdown, we will be calling this as a user stories. Once this user story is ready, if you see here, this is the stand-up guys. If everyone is under in India or in one team, they will stand circular shape and they will try to discuss three things: what did since last meeting, what any obstacles on the way, what did before the next meeting, what you have done today, what you are going to do, and what any obstacles are. That's three you need to answer each and every day. That is 2 weeks of each and every iteration, each and every day you need to answer this. So if this is done, then work is delivery and you will be delivering this. So that's the reason it is continuous integration or continuous monitoring program. So still, so this is the way that you need to have the Scrum in the Agile management. Now let us go in depth still. So these are the set of requirements, product backlogs, and you will be prioritizing. Product owner will prioritize, okay, we are ready, we will be taking in the first sprint this many requirements, and the product owner will try to take this requirement into the sprint planning meeting. All the team members, development team will be involving here, and they will try to take the things what they need to develop, what they need to deliver. Then they will make it the task breakdown here. Once this is done, then Scrum Master comes into the picture. He will take up each and every day sprint planning meeting. The Scrum Master will monitoring the daily stand-up meetings, whether what we have done, what we are going to do, and everything he will try to monitor here in each and every day. Once the sprint is done, then the sprint demo or review will be taken place with the help of product owner. Then it is shipped and it is retrospective and it is released. Okay, so this is the way that each and every life cycle, each and every Scrum framework will be held. Any questions here, guys?
Sir, in the sprint demo, you said even tester we should give the demonstration, right? So, are we going to demonstrate whatever we wrote the test cases? Those are we going to demonstrate, or how, sir?
Yeah.
What's our part?
Yeah, let me show. When you see here, when you see product demo, so there are two demos here. Are you able to see this product demo? 2 hours is there, which you are going to take. And when you see here, so I was telling you that when you see here, sprint demo is there. What is the difference? First you should understand the difference, then it will give the answer to you. So in this, you are giving a demo on the test case level. You will show him the test cases and you will show the output of this. But here you will show the requirement, not you will show the requirement like this. This is the acceptance criteria. You will show the requirement and you will show that I have the login page, I am able to log in. That's all.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Yeah. So that's what you will be showing here.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, in the sprint demo, you said that tester has to accept the positive criteria. Sir, why tester? Why not developer?
Sorry. Can you repeat once again, Prasad?
Yeah, sir. In the sprint demo, you said the tester focus on acceptance criteria. He prepares a demo. But my question is, why tester focus on acceptance criteria? Why not developer?
No, it's the task is not for developer. Tester need to come up and tells that until unless you guy will be telling that yes, the product is ready, they are not going to deliver. That is our role. We should tell that yes, this particular story is working as expected. Then only it is taken as a granted. Or otherwise, if they say they only developed, right? They can say, if they are not tested also, they will say, yeah, I developed this. It is working fine. That's the reason that any development company will not rely on the development. They will gonna ask you that is it good, and still they have developed. They will not ask have you developed correct or not. They will ask you tester have they developed correct or not. That's important for the tester. That is important for us.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So one question.
Yeah, Shyam, go ahead.
Sir, if the developer doesn't release the build on time,
Hmm.
then can the sprint the duration will be increased by the tester, since he requires more time to test that particular the module or the application
Yeah.
perfectly.
Yeah, good,
Can he?
Shyam. Yeah, this is a good interview question. So the question how the interviewer will ask is, and I will give the answer also.
Yes.
If you have not get a build in time, or if your task is pending, like 6 hours task is pending, what you will be doing? Whether the sprint dates gets extended to 1 day, 2 days, or what it will happen. This is the where the negativity will come. The people who has not worked, they will tell that, sir, we will ask the scrum master or we will ask the project owner to get 1 day and we will try to complete. No, the sprint is fixed. Never ever it's gonna change. If any task is pending, the scrum master will be carry forward this task to the next sprint.
Okay.
Okay, so whatever the task it is pending, the scrum master will say that, okay boss, this for this particular thing, the task is around 5 hours it is pending, so let me take this task to the product backlog. In the product backlog, the product owner, every time he will be prioritizing, right? At
Yes.
that time, he will push this as a very first for the next sprint, and it is taken into the next sprint. That is the where the process will be.
And one more thing, sir. And is there any limit for the number of sprints conducted? Because since if the work doesn't complete on time, the number of sprints also increases, right?
uh, see that
Yeah.
is already decided. If imagine 166 stories are there,
Yeah.
166 stories, how he will be dividing? The scrum master has the control. If 6 months are there, he will try to consider that 6 months. That means he will be having 20 days per month. 20 into 6, he will try to calculate this, and he will try to, before picking the project itself, he will try to decide.
Okay.
Okay, if he is not able to achieve at the very starting stage, only he will get to know this. On the first month, he will imagine he has taken the sprint 4 user stories. Why? This is the starting. Definitely he developer need to work a lot. At the
Yes.
coming 15th sprint or 10th sprint, it might be they might take 8 user stories also, because of the already the GUI is developed. Only one different things we need to add.
Yes.
Yeah, so definitely it will go near. If it is
Okay.
not there, the scrum master will pressurize the tester and developer. You need to do this.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Anyone has the questions on to this particular agile?
Sir,
I have one question.
yeah.
Yeah, Jam.
Okay, let her go. I'll ask later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Aarti?
Yes, sir. Sir, as you told, the BRD document won't be considering the requirements in technical ways. So, in
BRD
which
is not no, BRD is not considered in the agile model. You will never ever heard about the BRD name.
it will
Only at the
be,
waterfall
yeah.
model only you can able to hear the BRD. It is take for you. It is a story product backlog item. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead. Your answer. Your question.
Yeah, I was asking if BRD was considering, then in which phase of the agile the requirements will be converted into the technical ways.
No. That's what I thought you got the answer. It will be
Yeah, I
the
got.
BRD will be given to the product owner. Product owner will not reveal the BRD. He will keep each and everything So as I was telling, this BRD document looks like this. What he will do, he will take this as a one product backlog item. He will take this one as a second product backlog item. Yeah, it answers your question. Yeah, then
Yes, sir. So my question, during the sprint plan, can't we keep 1 or 2 days for the buffer case? Suppose if any environment get down, so that we can utilize those days, right? So is it
absolutely. See, imagine when I am the tester, definitely I will take 1-2 hours buffer, and I will estimate the task breakdown. So I will take the. Kushal,
Hey,
can you
Kushal.
mute yourself, Kushal?
Okay, sir.
Sir, you force mute him.
I don't think so. In this option, it is there.
Yes, sir. Sir, you are organizer. You can do it.
ಸರ್ 3 ಜನ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ
Mr. Kushal.
Okay. Yeah, he has. Thank you. Okay, so are you able to see my screen, right?
yes, sir.
Yes. So what was your question? Sorry, Jamnu?
Buffer hours or buffer day?
Buffer hours. Yeah, what I was telling is definitely. So when you see here, 5 hours creating a scenario, it's not. So or when you keep the test data, normally 3 hours is more than fine. For here, while making, I have taken in situation that imagine dependency is there. So the developer is busy in some work. He can't able to create a test data. If you go on ETL, the DBA need to send some replica to you, and he is busy. He can't able to give the test data to you. So at that time, you can make it as a 5 hours, and you can't tell that to the Scrum Master, saying that if you give 9 hours, right? He definitely will ask, why you have given 9 hours? Why you need to have the answer prepared, or otherwise break down into such a way that small cases. If you are keeping here itself while thinking, okay, this is dependency with third person, let us increase 1 hour and keep this as a 5 hours. While creating a task itself, you can keep that buffer value, and you need to raise this. You can't keep one task saying that buffer I am keeping and 5 hours I am keeping. You can't keep this task. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you. I got it.
Yes. Yeah. Anyone? Okay. Let me describe one more time what is agile or what is. Yeah. Kushal, you want to ask anything?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Before the product is delivered to production, what and all the documents as a tester we need to keep?
Only one, product owner demo.
Okay.
Anyway, each and every task you are preparing, and you have these documents. So why means if you are completed this document, everything is captured in the management tool. I will show you that where it is captured and how. When you are executing here, it is also captured there. When you are writing the detailed test case, it is also captured. If Scrum Master want to monitor, he can able to monitor. If your lead is monitoring, he can able to monitor that. Whatever you are breaking down 5 hours, you are making estimated as completed, right? Some person can able to monitor this, whether you have worked correctly or not. Some person can able to see your test cases also, what you written, it is right or not. Whatever you written, the SQL queries, it is right or not. Some third person in your project also, he can able to view. Yeah?
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
So let us jump on to the things, how you need to explain if someone asks what is agile methodology or Scrum framework. So the first thing which you want to tell is Scrum methodology is mainly rely on 6 phases. It starts with the project initiation. In the project initiation, so when you are telling, right, keep the eye in this figure. So in this picture, keep the eye and try to point one things. So if you see, in this 2 things will come. In this, two things will come. In this, two things will come. What are these? And here, straightforward, retrospective 3 questions. And sprint demo, straightforward. You will be straightforward. Just you need to concentrate this. Here, many 7 to 8 interview questions will be asked. That's the reason. So sprint initiative, what is the sprint initiative will be does? Anyone? We have completed just now. Product owner. Correct? And the second one, sprint product backlogs. Yeah, sprint backlog or product backlog. Then sprint planning, daily stand up. Correct? And the second one, sorry, not daily, sprint planning. What is the sprint planning?
Sprint duration.
Story page.
Sorry?
Sprint duration, sir.
Yeah, that is sprint duration. Yeah, that is correct. Sprint, and the second one in the sprint planning is sprint planning meeting. Correct? And daily scrum, it is daily stand-up meeting and scrum master. So when you try to add this, when you try to make in your mind, then it is very easy for you to get answer. Okay, let us do here one time of exercise, then we will try to mark it, and I will tell you that how you can learn this as well. Okay, as I was telling that, someone asked what is agile methodology, you need to tell that the Scrum agile methodology has the 6 phases. That is project initiation, sprint planning, daily scrum, sprint retrospective, sprint demo, and release. Then in project initiation, you need to jump on to here. The project initiation will be held by the product owner. Product owner owns the vision, what should be produced to achieve the business success, and product owner gets the input from the clients or customers. Once he gets the clients or customers the requirement, the product owner will try to prepare the sprint backlogs or product backlogs. The product backlogs is constantly being revised by the product owner, and he will be maximize this for the business success and team efforts. Then the second phase is sprint planning. The sprint is a fixed period of time where normally in my project it is taken as a 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Then the product owner decides. So you should not tell this everything. The product owner will be deciding. You should tell that in our project the sprint duration is 2 weeks. Then you should jump on to that and you tell that after my decision onto the 2 weeks, then we will be having the sprint planning meeting. In this sprint planning meeting, all the team members will be we will be getting a invitation from the product owner, and product owner will describe what we need to deliver. Sorry, what the requirements are, what the product backlogs are there. So we will try to ask the questions for him if we need clarification on at the sprint planning meeting, and we will try to prepare the task breakdown chart in that, and we will give this task breakdown chart to the Scrum Master. So once the Scrum Master has seen the amount or has seen that how many hours estimated, as per that the Scrum Master will fix the user stories for this sprint. Once he fixes the user stories for sprint, on the second day we will be starting the daily stand-up meetings. In this meeting we will try to answer 3 things. Each and every person will try to answer 3 things. What we have done yesterday, what we are going to do today, and what if any obstacles or blockers or impediments we have in the current meeting. Then if we have blockers, the Scrum Master comes into the picture and he will be owning that, and he will try to fix these obstacles or blockers on the way. Once he has fixed each and every day, we will try to burn down charts, and it is tracked by the Scrum Master. Then jump on to once we have completed the 5 days of sprint, then on the 11th day we will be taking up the retrospective. In retrospective, again our team will try to answer three things. Each and every person, what went well during the sprint, what went wrong, what went any obstacles, any difficulties are there, how to overcome this. The Scrum Master will prepare the chart, Excel sheet here and to track this. Then once it is done, then we will give a demo to the stockholders or client. So here when you see stockholders, clients are there, product owner is not there here, directly a client. So in this situation, I am presenting my screen and I will show them that what is the acceptance criteria and what we have developed. Then once the demo is done, once we got the approval from the acceptance criteria, once we got approval from the client or customer or stockholders, then we will release the code to the production. So this is the way that you need to take. If you calculate the time, definitely it will take 3 minutes, more than 3 minutes. Then he will ask the question. What type of questions he is going to ask? Let me tell you. The same I will try to ask from each and every area, so that you will be concentrating here and capturing the answers out there. So how he can ask is, who is the person who owns the product backlog items? Who owns the product backlog item? Who will be owning?
Product owner.
Yes, product owner. I will raise the questions, right? Try to answer this, guys. So if you are not able to answer, then I will help you on the answers. Now, if any changes want to make onto the product backlog item, who will make?
Product owner.
Product owner.
Product owner, correct. So then the next one, it's like, who will decide the sprint length? The team. Okay, you need to tell the team. Team decides the length of the sprint. So when you see team and product owner decide the sprint length, not the Scrum Master, guys. Okay, then can you list down some of the tasks that you have mentioned for a sprint? Sorry, can you
Test case creation.
For the story that you have estimated?
Test case creation, detailed test case creation, test execution.
Yes, test case peer review, test data creation, test execution, demo. So peer review is nothing but whatever you written the test cases, that test cases should be reviewed by your colleague or some other project, your different guy. Then test data creation, you are aware of this. Okay. Then once it is done, then the very important 2 things is how you will decide the only 5 this many stories you need to take in a sprint. Who will decide how many stories to be taken in a sprint?
Scrum Master.
Next question, how he will decide this many stories to be taken in a sprint? Based on capacity and capacity of the employees and so based on the capacity and the estimated hours. Okay, so based on the capacity that he will decide that, and estimated hours he will decide how many stories to be taken. Next, if that story is not completed in a current sprint, what you will do?
Roll over to the next sprint. Roll over to the next business thread.
So you should use the name word. We will carry forward this into the next sprint. Carry forward. This is a technical word, guys. We will carry forward this to the next sprint. You should use this name. Next one. If you are stuck with some work, if your code is not working, if you are waiting for any dependency into the work, who will take the ownership of the work?
Scrum Master.
Scrum Master. Scrum Master will own that. Okay. Now, so if you are not doing your work, how the Scrum Master will be aware of? How he will get to know whether you have not done the work?
From burn down chart.
Absolutely. From burn down chart, he will be getting to know. So, is it Scrum Master is same as manager?
No.
So, what are the different things that you will be discussing in the sprint retrospective?
What went well, what went wrong, what is the improvement? What improvement?
Different to improve. Yes, these are the three things. So, have you given anything? Have you given demo to the project sprint?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you need to tell yes. That's what I was looking. Yes, I am owning. I will be taking this. I will prepare. So this should be prepared very well. By means client you are giving. If they are unhappy, definitely it will go to the again rework. That's the reason the demo should be given with who has experience, guys. Okay. So this is the agile methodology, and every day this is the dashboard, guys. So if you see the dashboard, it looks like this. So this is the user story name. This is about the developer testing task. When you see, these are the hours. So when you are doing this, these are all are the sticky notes. In a chart, how it is the sticky notes are attached like this. When you are doing this, you will remove this and keep it here. That means you are writing the test scenario. This is your task. If Scrum Master comes, he can see this. Oh, this is working. These guys are working here. This module, this phase is working. Guys, can you please mute Madhu? Yeah. Okay. Yes, thank you. Please mute off. It will be having disturbance for other folks. So if imagine if I am working for this story, for this star, so I will be taking this sticky notes and keeping it, so that some manager or some person who is coming into your way, they can able to see, oh, this task is running for this story. So imagine if I completed, or if I completed this task, I will remove this sticky notes to the done status. Now, by how I come to know this story is completed, all the sticky notes should not be here. It should be moved to done. Then I can consider this, oh, this story is done, completed. Correct? So this is one of the things that we can say that, okay, dashboard looks like this. And you will be writing the sticky notes here, and so that is a burn down chart, and this is the dashboard. Yeah, guys. Have you understood this?
Sorry,
Krishna.
go ahead.
But this is with regards to every individual in the team, right?
This is like as I was showing you in the picture, right? So when you see here in this picture, so at the building surrounding there will be a board. Okay, let me show you in the picturized form.
Krishna.
This is a physical board you're talking,
physical board.
Okay, sir.
So this is a physical board where you will be. These are all of the virtual boards. So when you see, this is the board which I told the same thing. Drag and drop will be there. But
Krishna. Hey Krishna.
So right now, when you see, these are the boards. These are the sticky notes. Okay, so each and every board, it is sticky, and you need to story to do, in progress, done, doing. So like this it will be attached. The board physical door will be taken here and it will be attached like this. So if board is not there at your bay, you will be attaching one chat, and here you will be writing this. So this is called a dashboard. Yeah, it's
Okay,
understood,
sir.
right?
Thank
So
you, sir. Yes.
those are the user stories. Those are the each and everything what you have done. These are the graphs. Everything will be kept. So for example, I am showing this. So these are the backlog product items. So this is like to do story, everything out of sprint is done. So like this we will make up.
सब पढ़ता है तो भाई यहाँ मत रहा, हमको दिक्कत होता है, सब इधर उधर हो जाता है।
Yeah.
क्या दिक्कत होता है?
And
इस पर डाल दिया, हमको जरूरत
Jamnu,
पड़ेगा
you are
फिर
asking some question?
करना पड़ेगा।
Yes, sir. In that PPT,
वो
there
जो
was one
तुम्हारा बेंच है उस पर रखना, क्या
dashboard,
दिक्कत
right,
है?
sir? Can you open that? There is
उस
one
पर क्यों
column
बैठेगा?
saying to verify. So as a tester, to verify
तो
what
फिर
we
उस पर
have to do it, sir. In
उस पर
process state, we'll
हाँ,
create the test cases
तो उसको
and
जरूरत
to
नहीं है दिन में
verify
रात को
what
सोने का दिले ड्यूटी है,
Imagine,
रात को
right?
ये सोएगा दिन भर भट
Right
भट
now
करेगा,
I'm
हमको
picking
पसंद
two
नहीं है,
tasks
सिंपल
here.
सी बात है, बोल
One
दो
task
उसको।
is like
हम
writing the
डॉक्यूमेंट में नहीं
scenarios,
होने
and the one task is that I need to get the test data. In this case, if I want a test data, I will keep here.
Okay.
Are you getting?
Yes,
Or
yes, sir.
if I have written the test cases, and it need to be like peer review. Until unless peer review is completed, I can't make this as a completed. Correct?
Correct, sir. Yeah.
Until unless the peer review is completed, I can't mark the test cases creation or test cases detailed test case creation as done. So at that time, I will keep this test case here to verify. Got it? It's not mandatory, guys. To verify only it is there. So when you see in the above chart, in progress, to do, are you getting right? So when you see doing, story, the main thing which you need to consider here is if you can prepare the three-way chart also, like story, to do, in progress, done. You don't need, if you are getting confused, remove this. So this is the dashboard. When you see virtual dashboards, which is a software, it has the different flavors. Let me show you the dashboard, which is like Jira is one of the dashboard, which gives the. So these are the dashboards. Let me show you the dashboard. So this is the dashboard. When you see. When you see this dashboard, interaction, working, testing, deliver, drop, accepted. So it is in our pipeline that how we will be writing, how we will be doing these things to be added, to be removed, to be reworked, to be tested. Got it right? It's not mandatory that we need to, but you need to fix in your mind that this is the thing that you are using. You need to, when the interviewer asks you, tell story. We are having dashboard. We looks like story, to do, in progress, to verify, and done. Yeah, got it right? Any questions, Jamnu?
I'm good, sir. Thank you.
So in this example, what that number difference, like 9, 8?
One second. I'm not able to hear you. I don't know why it moved off.